presentation on how to stay up to date with AI for fellow single and taken engineers since it's Valentine's Day special. Okay. So why would you care? Well, whether you like it or not, AI is here and it's here to fucking stay. Okay. AI literacy is very important in these changing times, especially since you're an engineer. And knowing the most recent developments will help you become a 100x developer, just like my friend. I will. It will also let you be more aware of where the industry is going. And this is something I personally struggled with a lot. Like I'm like, where the fuck do I get to know all the cutting edge AI stuff? And I've just made a small PPT of like what I figured out, and obviously take my advice with a grain of salt. These are things which have helped me, and yeah, moving on. Let's see the first item, which is Simon Willison. This is basically the blog. Is a tip of the iceberg, and like I think everyone I've talked to who's been in some kind of high-ranking role in ML knows like yeah, Simon Willison is the guy. You've probably seen his site by mistake, or you've seen one of his tools or something. And anything new you might miss, anything new released in the blogs by the big tech companies, he'll cover. Like in like 2 3 days, he'll cover and give you his thoughts on it. What I love the most about this guy is like it's very in breadth and very in depth. So like he covered something regarding ChatGPT containerizations, and he went in depth and he showed every tool call which exists in ChatGPT and whatnot. It was great. Even the same for like when Gemini 3 added image editing controls, right? Uh, this guy has single-handedly impacted my job more than I'd like to admit. Like in the sense, like told me about segmentation using Gemini, which was like crazy. Like it's crazy that like LLMs can segment now. That's insane to me. But anyway, so he told me, and like we were making some segmentation flow in the company, and I came in there like aura farming. Like yeah, guys, you guys can use Gemini segmentation, by the way, if you didn't know. So yeah, a great first read would be 2025, the year in LLMs, to get to know about his content, his lore, and like if this guy is even for you. Next is Huggingface Daily Papers. Okay, now huddle around. I'll tell you a story about when I was in my second or third year of college, and I used to flex like a bitch that oh yeah, I read arXiv, by the way. Like it was literally like I use arc, by the way, kind of vibe, right? And great, archive is great, but the problem with archive is like you'd probably be reading, you'd probably see like the mathematical equations and the physics behind jiggle physics right next to the second most impactful ML development of all the generation. Because obviously the prior one is the most important uh, ML finding of all generation. But like it's just such a mixed bag, at least for me back when I used to use it, or like whenever I've tried using it. Like there's so much stuff there, and like most of it is just like random shit published in bad conferences, or like it's just there's no like there's no binding theme or like measure on quality, right? And I feel Hugging Face Daily Papers helps a lot with that, like with ratings, discussions, everything. Like most of the papers I've seen at the top have been great. So every Friday or something, I'd go check like what was released this week, uh, see the top 3 4 papers, put them in Gemini, and be like, yeah, just give me a summary. And I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So it would help me kind of understand where the hell the market is going, where the research is going, and whatnot. Right. Next is Singularity. I don't use Singularity that much, usually once a month or like maybe a bit more frequent, but yeah. Singularity is more regarding businesses, and I feel more random shit. In the sense like it's good stuff for like less technical people. Like it will tell you like what the businesses are like aiming to do, what their goals are, and like it's way more lighthearted. Like what the fuck am I seeing on the right? Like renterhuman.ai. Like what is happening? Like why is this happening? Like I really don't like how AI is shaping our society, but that's a talk for another time. But yeah, it's good understanding where where the industry is going and what the goals of the companies are is very important, because at the end of the day they are the people who are going to pay us. Honorable mentions, first of all, Fireship. He is the SD goat. Like when I was like a pure SD kind of guy, like I was into like fucking Next.js and all those, zany shit. This guy was the goat. He has told me so many front end frameworks and so many back end stuff that it's amazing. I feel I've started using him less since ever since I've gotten more into ML and stuff. So, but he still makes really good ML content. I've seen it once in a while, and like it's been a good watch. But I don't follow him religiously as I used to. Next is R slash machine learning. This is good, but I feel it has even more diverse quality ranges and quality. Like sometimes I just see rants there and shit. It can also have like sometimes it has great technical analysis on like random shit which might not be relevant to the field you're interested in. But it's a good place to check, and like sometimes it has even heart wrenching shit about the job market and whatnot. But like it's whatever. Be careful. Like I feel like more than often you don't find good stuff there, but like when you find good stuff, it's amazing. So yeah. I use these sources once in like several months, and like I mean, I don't religiously follow them. That's why I put them in honorable mentions. But these are good sources. So yeah, I've just told you a bit about them. Uh, X and influencers is somewhere I would say proceed with caution. Like I have first-hand seen influencers not knowing shit and being like, oh yeah, I'll just Gemini this shit. Like they're there for something. Like they're there for money. They're there to sell their fucking DSA ML course. They're there to set their slop, whatever the fuck, right? Be careful with influencers. You can find great influencers. I'm not denying that. There are some very great influencers who are trying to like further technology or like growth of people as a whole, but most of the influencers are just slop, and I don't really like it. I also hate like they have no depth, no opinions, nothing on like whatever the new technology is, and I feel that's very important if you're writing an AI news blog or something like that. So yeah, I really don't like them, and like I also don't like those fucking like newsletters and stuff. They've been pretty bad in my experience, and I just don't read them. But yeah. Okay, so as a conclusion, I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day, and I hope this video helps you, like kind of be up to date with AI, because like that is something I struggled with a lot. Like I didn't understand where the fuck to check. I have like 30 newsletters which I'm not unsubscribed from. Another thing, as Sun Tzu in The Art of War said, the job market is as cooked, if not more cooked, than the dating market. So be careful. And if I missed any sources you use, drop them down in the comments. I'll probably pin them because like knowledge is power. So yeah, thanks a lot. Bye bye.